Hello again, garden friends. I am back with another garden project. This weekend we are installing edging in our berry and pollinator beds. We have had a ton of rain, storms, high winds lately, so this project has been delayed several times, but we're gonna hopefully get it done today. The ground is soft, so that should make it easier to install. Okay, sorry, I had to move into the shade. But we wanted to add edging to the front of those beds, mainly to make it easier to edge the grass around it. Another reason we're installing it, and this may be wishful thinking, but we're gonna give it a try, is this edging is pretty deep. It's 8 inches, and I'm hoping it will slow or even stop the spread of those raspberries and blackberries into the yard. It hasn't been too bad yet. They've mostly stayed contained, but I have started to notice a few coming up. So if they can get these deep enough, then hopefully it will stop or slow some of that spread into our yard. The edging we're using today is the metal edging from Edgerite. This is the easiest, the fastest to install, the sturdiest edging out there. I have used them for several projects now, including a huge garden makeover last year where I added rock to my raised bed garden. I absolutely love it. It's a phenomenal product. I also have a raised bed kit, a few of their planters, including the new powder coated ones, really sturdy products made out of Corten steel. So let's get going before the rain moves in again. Edgerite has these installation kits now, which are so nice. It comes with a rubber mallet and the wood pieces that you use for pounding in the edging. Normally I like to connect the pieces in the corner using the corner connectors, but these beds are about 3 feet wide and the Edgerite pieces come in 2 and 4 feet. Now you can cut them, but these are flexible enough to bend, so we're actually just going to bend this piece around that corner. Okay, we forgot about the cement around the post, so we're going to back this up just a little bit to clear that cement, and then I'll go back and remove the grass. What makes these so easy to install are these teeth. They cut straight through hard soil. These start off a really nice steel color, but over time with exposure to the elements, they'll develop a really pretty patina. I love it. It gives the garden kind of a rustic look. Installing these is really easy. You just hit it in the center and then on either side. Then you have these connectors that just slide over and you just hammer them in. With the exception of all of these weeds I need to pull, this is already looking so much better. For this corner here, we're going to use a 90-degree connector. Back for day 2. We actually finished installing the edging last night, but the light got a little too low to film. I think it took us between an hour and an hour and a half tops to install all of that edging. Let me show you what the finished product looks like. Here's that first corner where we started. We were able to easily bend the edging around it. And eventually, if we want to add on to this bed, we'll just take off that corner piece and continue it down. But look how clean that edge is. This will make edging that grass along this border a lot easier. I think I'm actually going to add some edging on the back side of this bed as well. I have a few extra pieces left over from another project. It's a little hard to tell on camera, but this part of the yard is really sloped. So when we get heavy rains, that water just washes out. Now that we have this higher edging, that will help stop that a little bit, but I think having some edging on the back side of this part of the bed will really help too. Here's another look at those connectors. You can see this is already starting to develop that patina, which is great. I love these new rolled edges. It gives a really nice kind of blunt edge to it, a lot safer. And continuing down, we have that edging all the way to the end of this berry bed going into my pollinator beds. Here we bent that edging to make another corner. Here's a look at the edging on the front of that pollinator bed. I did leave about a 3-foot gap between these pieces so I could walk into that pollinator bed to weed or to deadhead. In this corner, we needed more of a 45-degree angle than we did a 90, but the flexibility of this edging allows you to shape it to any angle you want. Here's the edging coming up the side of those blackberries. I have so much weeding and pruning to do. And in this corner, it just worked out that instead of bending a piece, we were able to just join 2 pieces using one of those 90-degree connectors. I'm really happy with how this turned out. This just gives such nice defined borders to the edges of your garden beds. Check that one off the list. Another garden project down, only say 50 more to go. It never ends, really, does it, for gardeners? I will say that installing landscape edging has always been one of my least favorite garden chores, but this EdgeRite goes in so fast and so easy. It's the only one I'll use now, and I love that I only have to do it once because it's made of steel. It will probably outlast me. If you're interested in learning more, I'll put a link below, and check out EdgeRite's other products. They have tree ring kits, raised bed kits, house signs, planters, all kinds of great stuff. Be sure to follow and check back. I've got some great educational content coming up, a beginner's guide to composting, and complete growing guides for potatoes and onions. Don't forget to follow me on my other social medias as well, where I post short, easy to follow videos aimed at helping beginner gardeners. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.